Hey guys, it's Tammy Van Hollander. I am so excited to be here with one of my dear friends, Beth Richey. She's one of the most creative people I know. She's a licensed clinical social worker, a registered play therapist. She has so many amazing products. She has trauma reaction cards. She has me magnets, family faces, brain mates. One of my very favorite books that we're going to talk about in one of my other videos, When a Grown-Up You Love Hurts You. This book has been used so often in my office, and she's even the designer of my Greatness Sticks. So Beth, I am so excited that you are here, and Beth is giving us the most amazing resource today for all of you. So Beth, can you tell us a little bit about that?
Absolutely. All right, let's screen share here. All right, can you see it?
Yep.
All right, so what I've made is a PowerPoint that therapists can use on their computer during teleplay therapy. And at the end, we'll give you the resource of how you can get it, because I'll just be emailing it out to everybody. So I start with a little picture of my own office. I think that reminding kids about the play space that they're used to is really essential. So if you choose to get a copy of this, you can go ahead and put a picture of your own office so that the kids remember what it felt like being there, and the kids really remember the bright green couch in my office. So that helps them be grounded for talk time, which is how I structure most of my sessions and how I've structured this tool as well. The first section is when they're sitting with the parent. We go over something that went well, something that was tough. Then, of course, we check in about the coronavirus, just in case they've got different thoughts, different feelings from the week, because it's changing week by week. And we crumple it up, throw it away, because you get sick of talking about it. And then I have the kids and the parents get up and do something active, move around, so that they can continue paying attention, so that they can sit back down for one more parent-child thing of a feelings check-in. So I like to ask them, how do you feel right now? Pick something positive you felt this week, and pick something that was negative that you felt this week. And after that is the part where they get to pick. I don't have a whole lot of resources at my house. Unfortunately, I left the office not knowing I would not be going back for quite a while. So I have my own games and a lot of pencils and paper. So I made this based on what most people could do at home. So I go through with each child all the list of games. Usually they'll stop me if they find something they like. But again, I'm sharing my screen with them and they're looking at it, and we're able to engage each other that way. One of my favorites that I played last night was Two Truths and a Lie. It was lots of fun. The first round, I like to do a general round of just, two truths and one lie of, I've got 8 cats and my name is Beth. The next round is coping skills. So 2 real coping skills and 1 fake one. It's fun to be silly, so you can get creative there. And then round 3 is triggers, and triggers for whichever issue they're working on, like triggering for anger, worry. Then again, I have mostly just my own resources at home. So I played Family Feelings last night with one of the kids and just kind of held up the card to the screen so that they could see. And then I held up the note cards too, and we were able to play that way, and it was pretty fun. And this, I loved doing this, and you have a story about doing a scavenger hunt, but I combined some of my own ideas with a post I saw on the Tele-Play Therapy Facebook page, and made it into more of a visual where kids can kind of track it as they go through. You want to tell us about using this last night?
Well, I've been using it so often, and we have to be careful and have kids slow down, or you guys can shut your eyes, because we get, the warning is you get major motion sickness because they are going all around. But one of the questions that I asked one of the kids was something that made them sad. And she had opened a drawer that reminded her of her clothes at camp, and camp was really hard for her. So then it turned into also something that made her really worried. So these are the the type of things that we would never know about in our play space and in our office. And just being able to, of favorite memories, and having kids go through their albums, and then their feelings of how they feel when they're looking at these family albums, or when you have a special picture. We use that and incorporate that then into a way of calming down. And when there's anxiety, one of the coping skills is let's look through the photo album, which has been really cool. So I am loving these scavenger hunts because I've never done them before, because I've never had access to Tele-Play therapy.
Right. It's making us get very creative.
Mm-hmm.
Another fun activity is to play a board game that the child has at their house. Last week I played Operation tele-remotely and lost quite bad. And you can just have them move the pieces and play as you normally would, but have the child be the one in control. Drawing is a great one. There's so many drawing activities you can do, of mirroring, the squiggle drawing, and that's something that's easy if you don't have a whole lot of supplies at your house. This is a fun game where you look at one of the emojis and you pick it quietly, and the other person has to guess which one you are based on the face that you're making.
I think this is brilliant.
All right, so like I'm the cringe face, and maybe they wouldn't get it right away. So then they would say, would you feel this way if, you know, you fell down the stairs, or if everybody like was laughing about it, or if, you know, your dog ran away. So then you can go ahead and give examples for something that would make them feel different ways, and they can guess. And it's really fun because you can make faces a screen. And then of course, Legos, which you have, Tammy.
I do, not a lot, but I have some Legos. I'm working on it.
Mm-hmm. And you can go ahead and mirror what they're making, or give each other challenges of what to make and show each other.
And what I've been doing just with the Legos is the children have their own creations, and I'm asking them to tell stories and make worlds out of the Legos they have, and documenting those stories.
That's a great idea. Another one that you can do without supplies is to interview your family. So I like to have the kid kind of first focus and make the questions in a planful way, and then you go around the house with permission and interview each other. And they would be the reporter, and then I would be the audience. And it's a fun way to get the family involved and ask some questions that might be hard to talk about. And the draw a house guessing game is the alternative to playing hangman, and where you draw a house, and you can go ahead and put regular words in it. You could put silly words and phrases in it. I like to use coping skills, but you can also, again, get really silly, which engages the children. Making something crafty is great fun. It depends on what you have in the house, but sometimes children will like to just sit and craft and show you what they're making, and you can kind of just be together. This is a really fun game of pick your favorite. This is very helpful for kids and even teens who don't want to talk or who don't want to answer your questions. And it's kind of a fast-paced game where you just offer them two options and they pick what their favorite is. And it's surface level enough so it's not hard to talk about, but it's fun enough because you're talking about yourself and they're fun topics. So we can go ahead and try it. Tammy, you ready?
Okay.
Okay, I'll try to pick ones where I know you have a definite. Movies or television?
Television.
M&Ms or Skittles?
Skittles.
Making art or playing sports?
See, then I get stuck because I like them both, but I do enjoy my sports. I'm a tennis player.
Reading or writing?
Writing.
Journaling or talking?
Journaling.
Ice cream or pizza?
Pizza.
Dogs or cats?
Cats.
All right. So it's kind of fast paced. You can add your own, but I've pretty much had good experience across the board with kids because they're just things that are fun to talk about.
It's fun. It's keeping them active, and it has a rhythm to it. So I love this idea. Okay. And I love how it's on the screen. Like, this is awesome.
You just look at it and then you don't need any other materials, which is why I think this is really helpful visually. Again, I don't have a lot of stuff at my house, so I have my own things. Me magnets, I just hold up on a magnet board and they pick which ones they feel are accurate for them. And then at the end we review and maybe we'll show their parents.
I love my me magnets.
Thanks. I don't have a sand tray set up here, but my colleague Holly does. I'm very jealous. And she's kind of set it up at home following one of your videos, Tammy, of having them dictate what items you pick, and you kind of run the camera over that. And according to her, she's had some really successful stories and really deep sessions using that, which I was very impressed with. And then, of course, the very popular color your feelings. Where do you feel them in your body? What color are they? And so I have a pen that I can use to actually draw on my screen. If you don't have that and you want to do this, you can put it in a paint document and edit it that way. Tammy, you said you email parents ahead of time?
Yeah, I've emailed them just the gingerbread man, and then they'll print it out and then color it. While we're online, so that's
That's
worked
great.
out really well, and that's a great one.
That's great, yeah. And anybody can have a copy of this, and it's free. Just it's for individual and private use. And if you do want a copy, you can go ahead and send me an email. Tammy will have the link available. You can also contact me through my website of bethrecheycounseling.com, and I can send it to you that way. But overall, I just wanted you to have it. You can edit it. You can make it work for you. You can not use it, whatever is helpful. That's why it's here.
Okay, Beth, you are the best. This is such an amazing resource. I am going to absolutely be using this PowerPoint. It's such a great resource to be able to share my screen with all my clients, and it gives me structure for all of it and all the different games. And I love how they could just pick and choose, and you could even add your own into
Yes.
it and just
Yes.
create your own PowerPoint. And you have just created just so many gems for all of us. So you're the best. And the fact that you're giving this as a free resource and helping so many people, thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for interviewing me.
Okay, you may be back on soon. Okay,
All right.
thanks, Beth. And guys, check out Beth's. And also, Beth, where can they find you on Facebook?
Oh, I have a Facebook page of Beth Richey Counseling.
Okay, awesome. Thanks so much, Beth.